Welcome back to the channel, family. Welcome.
Shalom, shalom,
Welcome.
family.
How are y'all doing today? It's morning where we are. It's night where
Yeah, we trying to
y'all are. So we
switch it
probably
up.
sound too hyped up because it's morning.
I guess so.
But
Um,
for them, they're like, I'm trying to go to sleep.
yeah, it's about seven
Trying.
o'clock. So we trying to switch it up, do something different. Try to see how um this early live is gonna
Mm-hmm.
work. So
Yeah, works great so far.
yeah. So guys, thanks for tuning in. When you enter a chat, or if you catch it later, make sure you like the video. Um, Good morning, good
Good
night.
morning. Good night.
Yeah,
Good evening. Good day.
yeah.
Good time.
So
Good
hallelujah.
life. Yeah, it's good.
Yes, all praises to the Most High. Shalom, shalom.
His grace and
Um,
mercy endures forever.
and it's crazy because when we go live early like this, somebody said shalom. It's been a minute for me, so we might catch people that hasn't caught us live because
Right, switching up the
yeah,
times.
switching up the time.
It's sort of how it's interesting you said that's sort of how we even manage some of the email marketing campaigns for clients. You do have to switch the
Hmm.
times to make sure you integrate everybody. That's something I never thought about for the channel until you said that.
Yeah,
So that makes sense. That's good.
shalom, shalom, Ricky. Man, thanks for the message. That's crazy, man. It's a lot of stuff that's happening, y'all. It's a lot of stuff that's happening here in Africa. And if you're not in tune, you better be in tune, like really, because it's like, wow, you just really gotta be in the right position because we 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 can make our own plans, but the Most High already got it written out for us.
A man makes his plans, but the Most High orders his steps.
So yeah, you just gotta be in a position so your steps can be ordered. So
Yep.
yeah, good morning, good morning. But yeah, we'll get right into it.
Yep. Yes. Praise the Most High. Yeah. So,
Hallelujah.
y'all, it's time to refine and finalize your go to Africa strategy. And we're going to give you the strategies because what is happening behind the scenes, first of all, if y'all watch the End of the World Ministries, Teo Ministries, watch the last live video. That's all I'm going to say. Watch the last live video in its entirety because what is coming to America
Yeah, that
is
was
worse
crazy.
than you can even imagine. Worse.
Well, it's not crazy. It's like
Oh
it's
gosh.
written. Everything
Oh man.
it's written. It's
Oh
written.
boy.
But it's right here in reality. It's right here in our
Mm.
face. So will you be prepared to see things such as what we're talking about? Um, be so close to home. Be like right,
Right out your
yeah,
doorstep.
right,
Right,
like
your
your
neighbor.
neighbor. Exactly.
Your neighbor
So
done turned half human, half robot.
yeah,
Oh gosh. It just makes you so thankful that we have the grace to be out of America for this long and to stay out.
yeah.
Because it's like it's literally been on this like downhill trajectory that sped up. We thought 2020 was bad. When it was 2020, you're just like, yeah, this is probably as bad as it gets. The world's locked down. I don't think it could be worse. And the stuff
Mm-hmm.
they got that's diabolically planned now.
Mm-hmm.
Look into Elon Musk being appointed to these government offices, family. For real. For real. Look into what some of this technology actually represents because we know the Most High doesn't lie. Like, he wanted, and this is why we always rant on this. Like, humans were created to be human and divine, but we have these people now that will literally wake up and ask Chat GPT, what should I do today? Ask Chat GPT, who do you think I am, Chat GPT? You don't think you should go in prayer to the Most High and ask him that if you're this confused? Number one, you really shouldn't be this confused as an adult,
Mm-hmm.
to be honest.
That's deep.
No shade, but we shouldn't be that confused where we have to ask a robot, what should I do today? Make breakfast, eat it, brush your teeth, get dressed, get in the shower, go to work. Like, I'm just not understanding the people that live in the world today. I'm really not
I
getting
was
it.
look. I was yeah, but I was wondering if um somebody was going to notice our seating arrangement.
That's
Yeah, we
funny.
changed it up. Um, because it's really time to change some stuff up. So like you really got to understand what's going on, and if you're not ready to change like on a dime on you pivot and change,
Mm.
like you just gonna be stuck. You're gonna be in a situation where it's not gonna be comfortable, or it's gonna be too comfortable. Put it like that, and it's gonna be too hard to get out of.
Your comfort zone is deadly.
Yeah,
Comfort zones are deadly. As entrepreneurs, if you're an entrepreneur, you already know in
yeah,
entrepreneurship, you better foresee the future, move accordingly, move with speed, move quickly, invest quick, move quick, position yourself quickly, or else this is how companies no longer stay in business. Like, look at Blockbuster. When they were in business, everybody was like, oh, Blockbuster's the greatest thing. Then Netflix came along. Blockbuster couldn't pivot, they couldn't do nothing, so they died out.
yeah. Just be adjustable and be ready to pivot. Like you got to be ready to move at any time. Like really.
Yeah, I think part of that requires to not hold anything as an idol in your
Mm.
heart, because if you hold anything, if you hold a specific country, a specific people, a, whatever it is that's in your heart, people always talk about, I would never visit Thailand, they have all those statues up there, but what about the Buddha that's in your heart? You have a
Mm.
Buddha in your heart that the Most High is like, well, there's is a statue, but I'm looking at your heart right now. Yours is these people right here. Yours is this ideal. Yours is this system, and it shows in the actions.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, what are we really talking about as a people? What are we really talking about as humans? At this rate, it's just humanity. It's like you gotta forget the racism at this point, because the war is a war on like just humans being natural humans at this rate.
Mm.
From the stuff we were listening to last night with these neural links and these half man, half, I'm like, what a shame that we have come to these times. So this is why it's so important for you to refine your move to Africa strategy.
Yeah.
Refine your strategy and go. Finalize it, be done. Choose to be done this day. Understand that you were talking about testimony last week. Was it last week? Whatever week.
Mm.
That how right before we left, your uncle gave you some new contracts. So you could have been very comfortable and very like, well, my cleaning business can, or my landscaping business can pop off like a lot right now. But you made the decision like, no, I have to go and do what the most I said.
Yeah, and that's just what it is. Just do what the Most High is telling you, cause man, that video got me just a lot of stuff that you know, um, especially if you have children, put it like that, cause that stuck out this morning too. What this next generation is gonna be so powerful. So
Yeah.
I'm just glad. I know
Yeah.
last night I was praying and the Most High was telling me like, man, you better be more. You got to be really grateful for the position that you're in
Mm-hmm.
because I got you here to the motherland, broke a lot of generational curses just by
Yeah.
being right here. And this next generation is um, waiting for you. Like they really dependent on you to raise them in the way they should go. And then my wife, she had a dream last night, and that just confirmed a lot of stuff where it's way bigger than us. It's way bigger than our children. It's way bigger than their children. Because when you think about it, just from the video that Teo did last night and from his parents and grandparents and stuff, they was really doing stuff, but evilly. They was doing stuff in a bad way,
Right. The guy
setting
that
him up to
that Teo
be
was talking about that's in a
yeah,
government position now that
yeah.
owns Tesla.
So why is it so easy for evil people to do
Mm.
the evil right thing?
To be steadfast and evil.
Yeah,
If you
but for us, it's so
ooh,
hard to try to do the righteous thing for the Most High and do the and be obedient for the Most High. So, it was a lot that he was like, he was just telling me like, man, I got you here. You better be grateful. You gotta like step up to the next level. You can't just
mm.
keep doing the same old, because it's way bigger than
Yeah.
it's 10 generations that is now that you have to think about. 10 generations, not the next generation.
Yeah, you may say, well, where's
So
that come from? That comes from Torah. The Most
yeah,
High says, those who keep his laws will be blessed to the 10th generation. Can you think 10 generations back? We were talking about that. I'm like, I'm trying to come up with 10 generations back. And I'm
yeah.
coming up with like
It's
the
just
maybe 1500s. And it's like so interesting. It's like somebody must have did something right for this 10th generation that we are in to be blessed. We are
yeah,
going to do this right for the 10th generation after us to be
and it
blessed.
has to be more what they did. So whatever they did right, you like we have to do something even more righteous and more right. And for me, I feel like I'm the only person in my family that is in this position. And I'm talking about spiritually, mentally, physically, because I'm here in Africa breaking a lot of things, breaking a lot of generational curses and stuff. Where it's like, man, we really got to do the right thing for this next 10 generations.
Right. And that's why we always say the community building is building your household, especially if you have children. If you
Hmm.
don't have children, go serve somebody who has children because every nation on the face of the planet, except Americans, understands, and even some Ashkenazi Americans, some different cultures, Latin Americans, if there's like Ghanaian, Nigerian Americans, they understand. But every culture on the planet knows children are the most important asset they have. So they will not just pawn them off. They won't just be like,
Hmm.
they're irritating me. They won't do things like that. They invest in them and see them as assets. That's why we homeschool. That's why we spend all of our time with our children. Because you get so many people in the African American community, they're just like, oh, send them, go do this. Let's build it. I'm like, the community is my children. So when they grow up, they won't go and beat up your children. They're going to grow up and be respectable and find
And
spouses
build,
that are also respectable.
they gonna build your children up, like really spiritually, because that's the ultimate goal. We want our children to like be children of the Most High, and like really whatever relationship they have, they just building them to the Most High, or just growing in the Most High with that relationship. So it's deep, family. It's deep, and yeah, you really got to be in position. Like even if you in an environment where you're not, just spiritually and mentally, really be in that position so you can grow. So
Yeah,
it's getting to a point where it's it's gonna be like too comfortable for people to even be able to pivot.
I think also the hyperinflation, they're saying now, I did a video on this on the regular channel, not on the live section, on like the video section, that with Trump being in office, they're saying inflation is going to skyrocket essentially. They're saying the inflation that y'all had in the last 2 years, you haven't seen nothing yet because what happens, because Trump, he's very aggressive. He likes sanctions. He likes all these different things on China, on Africa, on everybody. You can guarantee he's just going to go around the world, put everybody into these deep sanctions. What that
Mhm.
does for us in Africa, that's fine. That's leverage. It heightens the U.S. dollar. For you, you're thinking, great, the U.S. dollar is going to be stronger. You're not understanding. As the strength goes up a bit of the U.S. dollar, also the hyperinflation goes up a lot with the U.S. dollar. So you think you're making more, you're making the most you ever made, but you're getting less than you've ever been able to receive with the US dollar. Y'all can attest to this in the comments, the prices of things. And so it's going to cause the currency to hyperinflate itself. It's like a false currency almost when it just does this hyperinflation thing where you think, oh, I used to be able to get $1,200 worth of house that was a 3-4 bedroom. Now I only got 1 bedroom for this $1,200 house. Or if it's a $300,000 property, I used to be able to buy a $300,000 property that had five to 4 bedrooms. Now I can only buy a 2 bedroom house with $300,000. That type of inflation, where if you're not aware and if you're not learning economics and becoming savvy to these things and not living in the clouds,
Mm.
then you can actually understand what's going on before you see it happen. This is like insight. Like This is why you have to understand economics, understand geopolitics, understand politics, because these things affect you. If you live in the country, it affects you. It just does. You can't just be in the clouds like, well, I'm a Christian, I'm an Israelite, I'm going to be like, none of our forefathers were in the clouds. They're very practical men. They just were. They were practical. They believed in the Most High. And guess what? They were also very practical. Like when Abraham went to save Lot from the people in Sodom and Gomorrah, he wasn't like, well, I'm going to just save him spiritually and pray. He got up and went to go fight for his cousin. He had to get up physically and go fight for him. Like it has to be physical action. But the spirit of religion and self-righteousness has people that just like, it's almost as if it's like people can't even understand how to just be regular humans anymore. It's really strange because you come out of America and you come to a country like we're in and you live in Africa, and it's like people don't even think the way a lot of Americans think. It's just strange. It's like it really is a matrix.
Yeah, it's America make you just lazy, and that's just I'm like lazy about every single thing. Like everything's just right here at your hand. So just say, for example, I remember before we left America, um, we started doing Instacart. So
Ordering food.
yeah, ordering groceries and stuff.
Mhm.
And it's like, dang, I wonder how many people does that. It's so like you don't have to go out, and it's like little things like that where it's just going to make you just even more lazy and more comfortable and just be like everything's here at my hand. But like when you move abroad
Oh, God. Yeah,
anywhere, you
that's
gonna
true.
have to
That's true.
focus and work and do what you need to do to thrive, because it's not really surviving here. You're gonna thrive. You're just gonna have a more abundant life of peace, freedom, just sanity, like
Yeah.
all of it really. So just moving out of America, that will just help you grow, um not lazy, like really.
Yeah. Outside of America, you learn how to be a human. And this is why you have to refine and finalize your go to Africa strategy before
Hmm.
March 2025 right now. So, literally, this month, you need to be looking at flights, looking on Expedia,
This is
using the
hold on.
systems we have in Dream Life
This is
Africa.
this is pre yeah, go ahead. It's pre-marketing. But y'all better listen to this, because it's like we say the same things because it worked for us. Like
And continues to
and
when
it
we travel, because
continues
we
to. So
travel.
it's like we be on here like really giving you stuff that people pay for. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
People don't always take the advice.
You just gotta take
Pride
the
is a
advice.
horrible thing.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's
I didn't
very,
mean
it's
to.
very horrible. But what was I saying? Yes, you need to
Flights.
be looking on Expedia. You need to be looking at 12 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 6 a.m. Look at all different times. Jot
Tuesday.
down the countries you want to look at. Use Tuesdays and Sundays. Those tend to be the most affordable days to book your tickets. Okay? Don't go on a non affordable day.
Well, first get your passport. If you don't have your
Yeah,
passport,
yeah,
man, it's Tony. So man, if you don't have your passport, please just
yeah.
get your passport.
Right, right.
Just it's spend that money. Just get your passport. I think
Yeah.
it's good for, is it 8 years?
10 years. For
10 years,
children, five.
5 or 8
Children,
or something
five.
like
No, us 10, our children, five.
5. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Just get the passport.
Get the passport.
Just get it.
Get the passport.
Just please.
After you get your passport, well, if you don't have your passport, I doubt that you're going to be leaving at the top of 2025. I could be wrong, but I'm just gauging people's seriousness. Okay, I'm just pre-qualifying you. This is something we do in the business. You have to pre-qualify people and understand the level of awareness you're at. So with your move to
Mhm.
Africa journey, what level of awareness are you at? Are you in the I'm Google searching phase? Oh, now I'm packing my bags, got my passport, got my flights phase, got my business running, already am profitable in business? Or are you in the phase where you're just like looking at YouTube, like, yes, Africa, I love it. And you've just been looking at YouTube for years. You don't have years anymore.
Mm-mm.
2025 is going to be insane. If you don't know that, go look at Teo, the End of the World Ministries,
Yeah.
the last live video, and you're going to see exactly what we're talking
If
about.
you don't know that, just look. 6 months ago. Just think how much. Just think all the stuff that happened 6 months ago, and how we just forgot about it. Like really,
It's too
that's
much
so
to even
2025 is
count.
even gonna be like every day something crazy big gonna happen, and then we forget about it. Like yesterday, like dang, that happened yesterday. Dang, that did happen yesterday. Wow, I forgot about it. That's where the world is heading. That's where America is heading. That's where the because the whole world is not like America. And I know we keep saying it, we say it time after time, but it's the truth because it's like America is really like witchcraft, slavery central. Like really, no, now it don't matter if
Slavery
you
Central.
if you black, white,
It don't.
Puerto Rican,
Oh, it
whatever,
don't.
Mexican, Italian, Jewish, out like what all of it. Like really don't.
Because what's coming is that serious. It's a war on humanity. I wish people could really understand it, but I know only a remnant's going to get it anyway. Finalizing your move to Africa plan. So, what do you have right now to show that you're ready to go to Africa? Do you have your passport? Do you have your business website up? You're going to need your business. If you see all these videos that people
Mm,
are like, oh, I'm back in America, guess what? A lot of these people don't have a profitable business. We did not leave the States until our business was profitable and replaced and exceeded our income as people that work jobs. We just didn't. It's just not wise unless you just want to spin your wheels, waste years, waste money, and then end up back in America.
mm,
When you don't have to, the decisions that you made in the past, the accumulation of them represent what you are in the future. So whatever situation you're in now is completely on you based on the decisions that you did or did not make. I'm gonna say it again. The decisions that you did or did not make 5 to 10 years ago are an accumulation that brought you to where you are right now. If you're like, man, I should have been in Africa before, you're going to have to drastically switch how you're doing things.
mm-hmm.
What worked for us, we drastically switched the way that we saw money and working. We started to say, hey, we haven't seen many entrepreneurs in our family, but we're going to be entrepreneurs. We're going to own our time. We're going to own our business. We're going to homeschool our children. Well, we already homeschooled for years before moving to Africa, but we are going to continue that. We're going to live a freedom based life. For us, that's time ownership. Time ownership is the top form of wealth. I need to own my time. One, so I can worship the Most High with a proper mindset. In America, you just can't be mentally healthy. Let's be honest. That's why everybody's on antidepressants, anti anxiety, on all these things. They on the down low, smoking all these things, right? Drinking all these things because they're stressed, because you can't even breathe. I was telling the story on my Instagram about getting my nails done here, okay? And it was literally, it took so long, but I started to appreciate it because as she's painting my nails, she's literally going so slowly on each coat. She's literally not rushing. It's a very well known nail shop, hair shop here, very professional, wonderful African people in it, wonderful people coming in. Like it's top of the line. It's very gorgeous. But she's literally taking her time. She goes, she does one coat. She's not in a rush. She slowly picks up another bottle, looks around, does another coat, and she's just happy. She's just cheerful. She's talking to the lady next to her, and I'm like, wow, she's not rushing at all. Like they don't rush. And the lady next to me, she was taking even longer. And I'm like, the African way is so. In Tanzania, they used to call it pole pole. Like it's really, and it's not just in
Mm.
Tanzania. It's across Africa and perhaps across Asia too. But it's really just the slower pace of living. It's like you don't have to always be in a rush. You can literally just sit there and enjoy. Because I had to check myself, like, why do I want her to rush? I really don't have. I'm an entrepreneur. I got my work done, batched my emails for the day, got stuff done. So why would I be in a rush? I can just sit back and look around and enjoy the scenery. But America doesn't give you the mental capacity to do that.
Yeah.
Even when you're trying to leave America, you're trying to work like we had to, where you were working like double shifts at your job, working to even be able to leave. Let that be a sacrifice for a few months, invest in your company before you leave. But once you're out, stay out and get used to that slower pace of life. Get used to living below your means. Now we have the grace to be able to live exceedingly below our means. You didn't have that grace in America because everything just pops up on you.
Yeah. So you gotta choose wisely. You gotta choose this day, like what you're gonna do. You gotta have that willpower of if this is what you want to do, this is what you're gonna do. Like really, because I remember before leaving, that's all that we wanted to do.
Yeah.
That's all we
There is
wanted to
not one
do.
ounce of doubt.
Like it was more spiritual than anything. And when I look back, um, once because in Ohio it was snowing, and I used to
Mhm.
ride my bike to the bus stop and stuff, and take my bike to work and stuff, and ride my bike to the job. So it got to a point where it's like too cold. I'm like, man, forget this. It's too cold. Like it's waiting on the bus, and it was just too cold. So I remember it was I switched it up, like taking Ubers and stuff, and yeah, Ubers, Lyfts. Yeah, I think it was Uber. Yeah, Uber. Um, and every person that met was African, like really. So it was just like, man, it's crazy how like my spiritual self is already in Africa. Like we is eating rice and beans
Mhm.
every night.
Yeah, you used to make it jollof rice. We thought we were
Yeah,
gonna be in West Africa.
yeah. So it was like, man, we really that our willpower brought the right people around. Because I'm telling you, every time I took a Uber, they would be African. So every day I get to work a little early. I
That's
call her,
funny.
be like, yeah, man, babe, guess where this African's from? Where? Nope. Yep. No, this place, this place. It was just like, wow, like the Most High, like really got us right here,
Yeah.
because we really was so focused on moving. Like it was so hard not telling people at my job that I was moving.
So excited.
Yeah, I was like, man, I can't tell nobody. I kind of just got the job like, um, when I say like 7 months before.
I'll be out of here, y'all.
Yeah, before we.
You're like,
I
huh?
yeah, I'm moving to Africa, so I don't know when. Any day now. That wouldn't have been a good idea. So I had to keep it a secret until
That's
you
funny.
know I really left. So um, yeah, it's really that willpower of like how much do you want it? Like if you really want something and is righteous and it's your righteous desire, the Most High is gonna bless you with it. So
Yeah.
you really gotta be steadfast in what you do in these last days, like really, and what you think and what you choose, like really.
Right. And the information you get, the knowledge, because there's so much knowledge out here. But if you seclude yourself, you don't invest in your
Mhm.
own professional development, your own personal development, obtain the information you need, then you're just going to struggle and make decisions that didn't have to be made. You don't have to make foolish decisions. If you get strategic advisors, they're going to give you information that you don't have. That's what we did when we moved to Tanzania. We didn't just up and move to Tanzania. We had consulted with somebody that had been there for 4 to 5 years before we even landed there. And they had traveled the world, honestly, about 5 to 10 years before that. They had been out of America for a long, 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 long time and still out of America, to be honest, still outside. So we start to see what's possible like, oh, okay, if this person can do it, oh, absolutely, because that serves as inspiration. But you need to get in those rooms and talk to those people one to one, because then they give you stories from their journey that you can learn, and then conversations come up that you never would have thought of. That you never, because coming from America, you just don't know what the continent's like. And in even diverse countries in Africa, Tanzania is different than Kenya. Kenya is different than South Africa. South Africa is different than Namibia and Botswana. Ghana is different than Nigeria. Nigeria is different than Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone is different than Mali and Burkina Faso. Then you have Morocco, Egypt, Chad, Libya, Ethiopia. There's 54 countries here.
I thought she was about to name them all.
You know, I can at the when I was working on night shift, I used to write every African country down. This is how obsessed I was with Africa. I would be on night shift and they'd be like, Tiffany, what are you doing? I said, I'm writing every African country down because I'm about to leave and I'm not going to be here. It was like, girl, you gonna go live with Africa? I said, absolutely, yes, I am. That was in 2018, 2017. They used to crack up. We had so much fun on night shift in that mental house. They would crack up.
That's funny.
They would crack up. I'll be talking to my Nigerian friend like, yeah, I'm gonna go to Africa. She'd be like, okay, just go enjoy and
And
give me some free puff puffs,
it's
the
it's
little pastries. I love my Nigerian family, man.
it's
I just love
possible.
y'all.
It's possible, y'all. Like the people that's watching this, I know some people here in Africa. It's possible. Like it really is. I know we come from like nothing's really possible. Like that's too big of a move. That's too big for
Mm,
me to do. No, it's possible. It really
yeah.
is. You just gotta want it. You just gotta make your plan and do it.
You also have to shape your identity. It's heavily based on your identity.
Mm,
If we don't identify, even though we're Americans, in our spiritual self, we don't identify with the things that happen in Black America. We just
mm,
don't. We don't identify with the things that happen in white. We don't identify with anything in America other than our ancestors were brought there against their will.
mm.
That's the only thing that's like, oh yes, our ancestors were brought there. Great. Now time's up now. It's time for the lineage to go back. And we've been able to be fruitful along the process, exceedingly fruitful. But the American mindset is so different than the African mindset. That's where you really have to start to have a disdain for the West. You can't love the West and then move because then you'll be right. If you love the West, you're going to be right back in the West. If you love it, you're going to be back there. You're going to
Mm.
come to Africa, you're going to be like, oh, they're not like America. They don't have Walmart. Where's my Amazon? I'm so bored here. What do I do? You work. The American mindset is just like it's like a cancer to the soul.
Mm.
It really is. It's like a whole entire cancer to the soul that you can't be in a tropical paradise, living your best life around indigenous people, having your children learn a new language, you learn a new language without complaining and thinking back to Wendy's. And now you threw a whole fit. Now you going off on the restaurant owner because you can't have some Wendy's chicken nuggets.
Yeah, you can't.
That's insanity.
Or like, oh, I want some tacos. Go to a taco restaurant, and it don't taste like American tacos.
It's like it's all right. You're gonna be all right. You're gonna be okay. Enjoy the journey. But yeah, if you have this mindset right now, just don't leave yet. Go fix that mindset because I'm telling you, our mindset before we left was so like
It was already here. Yeah.
we were already continental Africans before we got here. We were already thinking like continental Africans because that's all we paid attention to. We weren't double minded. We weren't like, oh, I'm a halfway go to Mexico. I might halfway go to England. I might halfway go to Belize. I might halfway go to, whatever country, or I might halfway move down to Florida. That was not our mindset. Our mindset was, I'm going to Africa and I will not return. Goodbye. Have a nice day. Once the Most High, because through prayer, you talking to the Most High, Father, once you give me the grace in our companies that we replace our full-time income, we're going.
Mm.
That means you're blessing us. We're on the way out. He said, yes, that is what it means. I'm going to bless you. Double time.
Yeah.
He said, oh, then
Yeah.
4 months in, you're going to be pregnant. I'm going to quadruple bless you. You
Yeah.
reading Deuteronomy 28, 1 through 14, and you're like, well, I was really reading it for the command on the storehouse, but it said the fruit of the womb. But as an African, you understand how Africans view children, how the Bible views children. Children are an inheritance. The fruit of the womb, his reward. He's literally saying, I'm gifting you 4 months into being here. You're on the right track. I'm going to increase your seed after you because this is shifting your entire lineage. It's bigger than us, way bigger. We have 5 children. Just from those 5 children, there's going to be like 20,000 generations after them. Is the last seed to inherit the earth because we see what the Musk Tesla guy is doing. It's way bigger. So if you're making this move, it's convenience for you. You might as well stay there and go sip your McDonald's iced tea because it's not about you, family. Your life isn't about you. Your life is about the generation after you. That's why you came on the earth to bring life to the next generation after you. But
Mm.
we have gotten so far away from that as Americans that we think life is all about us. Life is not about you. Your business isn't about you. Nothing you do is about you. Flick the channel from you to somebody else. Hopefully, your children and your spouse and your family, if you're still in contact with them. Shift quickly, as fast as possible, because you is an allergy that will
Mm.
swell up your body and eventually kill you. You is going to leave you stranded and lost with no impact. And you weren't designed to live like that. You weren't designed to live with no impact. You're supposed to go out and expand the lineage and trajectory. The first command was to be fruitful and multiply and subdue the earth. But the pre qualification for that is marriage. America doesn't like talking about that anymore. They don't like talking about that.
Yeah, and he's like that's probably the most important um thing in these last days is marriage. Because we gotta get used to that. We gotta, you know, just be just be married. Like really. I know we hear so many stories about a lot of stuff where it's like, dang,
It's a hard not life.
yeah. Even when the Most High bless you, people can't see, or if you ask the Most High for a blessing, hey, if this happens, I'm gonna do this, and then it happens. It's like, oh snap, it happened, and they're not ready to,
Keep their end of the deal.
yeah, keep their end of the deal.
Yeah,
So really, like it's yeah, two is better than one. Like really,
yeah,
two is better
facts.
than one.
100%.
Because I know as you guys was hearing her talk, it's not about you. It's not about you. I'm stuck. Like I was like, ooh, it's
You are
not.
so
It's not about
funny.
me. It's not.
I'm thinking I'm talking to the audience. You're
No,
hilarious.
yeah. Two is better than one. It's like, oh, yeah. Hallelujah. All praise to the Most High.
Yeah,
All honor and all glory to the Most
seriously.
High, Yahuwah. Cause man, it's a beautiful life if you allow it, or it's gonna be a stressful, um, tedious. Like it's not gonna be it's not gonna be life. Put it like that. It's just gonna be struggle.
Yeah.
So
And it doesn't have to be. Africa doesn't have to be a struggle either. You know, it doesn't. If you acquire the right information and talk to strategic advisors, by the way, you can check out the links in the descriptions. We're doing a few strategic advisory consults. Y'all know we don't do them
mhm.
all the time, but every now and then we pop up and do a few one-to-ones because State of the Diaspora isn't until January. So check out the links in the description. Join Dream Life Africa because the information that we have acquired, people every time the clients in Dream Life Africa, they're like, oh, once they land on the content, they're like, oh, I'm so glad I did this bank account. I'm so
Mm.
glad I got my VPN. I'm so glad I know how to negotiate on these housing. I'm so glad because we added a module recently, just was it last week or earlier
Yeah,
this week,
last week.
on corruption so that you can see the patterns. Everything has a pattern in the spirit. Even the spirit of Yah has a pattern: meekness,
Mm.
kindness, peace. Without such, there is no law. That's the pattern of the Ruach. So, guess what? Corruption has a pattern. The pattern is lies, scheming, and fake smiles in your face.
Separate, and that's another thing we was talking about when we was leaving Tanzania. How they were, I'm pretty sure they knew what they was doing, but they separated us.
That's deep.
Yeah, we have you guys got 5 children, so you come over here with a couple children so we can get it done quicker. And that's when all the problems was happening. So to being together, not
That's deep.
separate, because there's a lot of stuff that happens
When you're
when
separate.
when you're separate, like really.
True.
So marriage and like really the foundation is very, very important, like really.
That's true.
And we be trying to tell people like,
Hindsight is
we
2020.
can't. I mean, we're just trying to share the understanding that the Most High give us, the wisdom, discernment, just everything to people that's watching, because you know these are important times. Like you got to choose righteously. You got to be on the right side. And these are the things that we notice.
They
So
tried to do is child go. Are you
it's
go
like,
subscribe
yeah.
to members only? They ain't child. We got an 8-part saga.
8%.
Oh, the scheme, my thanks to the most. Oh man, I was all up in
And
Psalms 109.
it's so crazy how,
Oh, you
like,
don't even know.
yeah,
You don't
dang,
even
we
when
don't want to
you.
get back to that. Let's start
Oh
talking about
man,
that because we get into it. But it's crazy how Tanzania, like, it's so many people that went through similar situations.
but don't
Like,
know how to handle it.
yeah, but don't know how to handle it,
Yeah,
but it happens to everybody.
yeah,
And that's just what it is.
yeah. So you come to a crossroads where you get to choose: am I going to continue on this road of corruption, or am I going to go to a country that's on the least corrupt list and have a more peaceful life?
And we not
Because
supposed to be
obviously you're not
corrupt.
trying to change. You still trying to be lying, scheming, cheating, stealing, manipulating, dividing. Proverbs 6:16. The Most High hates that.
Yeah, because
So
that,
when you try to divide somebody that's already unifying the Most High, you're gonna get the word. You're gonna get the word unfiltered. I fight with the word of Yah, and I
yeah,
win every battle because it's not me. It's Yah going before me. The blood of Yahusha. So you try coming to me, you don't know you coming at the King. You thought you was
hallelujah.
battling me, little old me. Oh no, I have a father that takes very, very good care of me. Look how clear my skin. This is the Father's grace. Everything. It's all His grace. But yeah, you'd have to subscribe to members only to get. We have 43 plus videos. I think the link is in the description to subscribe to members
Yeah,
only.
let's go to the channel and the
43 plus
links.
videos go all the way back to the beginning so you can get the full story because we recorded it in real time. We had pictures, we had all this stuff, okay? And so we recorded everything in real time. We even recorded the process choosing this country. We recorded being here and getting our free visa here. So
Yeah. Yes,
oh,
man, gotta
congrats.
know.
You're choosing Burkina Faso. Stay in touch. Let us know how it is. That's awesome. My ancestry goes back to Sierra Leone. I'm glad you got your ancestry. That was wise. That was wise. You almost chose Tanzania, but going to Burkina Faso, that should be awesome.
Yeah, the corruption. That's very important. Like, I know we say it time after time, but that's very important because if you choose corruption, so just say if we did try to work something out with Tanzania, like, come on, we can we do this, like, every 6 or what was it, 3 months?
Yeah.
Can we do this every 3 months or something? Pay you guys.
I don't negotiate
That's
with the
that's
devil.
going exactly that's going to put you in a
Uh-uh.
position where it's like that corruption just sunk inside you right there,
Right.
where you
Ooh,
is
that's good.
although that you're trying to live righteously and stuff. Okay, the Most High called us here to Africa. He called us to Tanzania, but he told us to stay. But yeah, yeah, that's besides the point.
He didn't tell us to
Yeah,
stay.
he tell us to stay.
We hear
But
from the
it's
Most High
like
very
it's like
vividly.
if you allow that, that's the little corruption that will seek in and be like
True.
it will just lead to
True.
more corruption.
That's true. That's a good point. People really need to understand that because if you in the last, you're gonna have to choose a side. You're gonna have to choose:
Yeah,
are you going to stand for Yah or not? Doesn't matter if the person has black skin. Are you going to
yeah.
choose Yah or not?
Just
Are you
just
going to choose him or no?
just do the right thing.
And
Like,
you know
really.
if it's him based on Torah, like you said. If I have to keep it, if you have to keep trying to scheme and manipulate me when I'm doing the right thing, trying to do everything check mark, hit all the boxes, and then that angers you, then whose spirit am I dealing with? It sounds like Pharaoh. Sir, are you Pharaoh's descendant?
Mm,
Yes or no, true or false? And so you have to make the decision, okay, knowing the information I know now, am I going to continue? Because now if I continue, I'm getting in covenant with the Pharaoh spirit. Do I want to be in covenant with me personally? I have too many children, got too much stuff on the line. I don't got time. Why would
mm.
I heap curses on my children? That's not wise. I wouldn't. I would go on the least corrupt list like we did last year at this time. We was in Tonga looking at the least corrupt list, looking at the visa-free countries for Americans,
Yeah.
praying and looking like, okay, let's do this one, maybe not this one. Okay, Father, what you saying? Okay, Father, I trust you. I know these folks acting a gosh darn fool, But I trust you. I trust you either way. Whatever you want to do, I surrender my life to you. You can choose wherever you want me to go. You lay out the plan. And he was like, right there.
Yep, and it's funny. It's not funny. It's just, man, yeah, it's just the Most High's will. It's just the Most High's plan. Because I remember, uh, I won't say researching where we are now, but talking about, yeah, talking about it, and and it happened.
Yeah.
It's crazy. We
Nobody
never
ain't
do
never
that.
heard of.
Heck no, we never do that. Huh.
You said we ain't never do what?
No, it's just too much information. Yeah,
I don't know
but
what you're
yeah,
talking about.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
The type of place
yeah. The
type
type
of
of
place
place
we
we,
live in.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, we ain't never think. At least like,
We
heck
didn't think
no,
about that by
we
far.
definitely not doing that. That'd be crazy.
We didn't think about that by far.
Yeah,
But the Most High was like, no, I already wrote it down in your plan of life. So go on ahead over there.
yeah.
I already wrote it down for you.
So hallelujah. But yeah, guys, it's time to get things going.
Drink some coffee, do some praise and worship. I'm just feeling so just graceful, praise filled today. I think I'm on this high from that dream I had. And so it just like, when you receive visions from the
Mm.
Most High and you see what's coming, and you're just like, yes, the fruit of my work is paying off. My labors as a parent is
Mm.
coming to fruition. So I'm just very delightful today. So that's just how I'm starting my Friday.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
I thought it was Saturday for a second. When I woke up, I'm like, dang, it's Friday. Hallelujah. But guys, thanks for tuning in. Um, we appreciate it. Make sure you check the links in the description. If you haven't join members. Get the behind the scenes of what we doing.
Yeah, ain't nobody
And
else got this testimony, but you
yeah,
just praise the Most High that you could go through it so you can give this testimony to the people of Yah.
hallelujah. Shalom, family.
Shalom.